what you got. Show them how you get up in your bag.
Show them that swag. What you see is what you get. When I look in the mirror, I'm looking like a man. Like we playing tag bad, I'm the top pick. Show them what you're working with. Break the circuit, be a hit. Go ahead and make them sit. If you gotta hate it, then your purpose is equipped. Tell them catch you later, cause you serving up some grits. Meaning hot with the drip when I drop in the mix. The proof is in the pudding. Show them how you do it. They do it like they shouldn't. You don't need to brag, cause your competition couldn't. You don't need to boast, cause the proof is in the pudding. Show them that swag. Show them that swag. Show them that swag. Show them that swag. Show them what you got. Show them how you get up in your bag. Show them that swag.
Let's get this party started. Yeah, like I feel like there was a lot of things that we were doing for the last 45 minutes and trying to make this work. So apologies for all the technical difficulties in trying to make this work. But hey, here we are. You know, all of you all are business owners, so you know that things don't always work the way that you want them to, but you still got to roll with the punches anyway. And we are super excited to go over a lot of things with everyone today. I know technically on this call we got like 15 minutes left, so if you got things to do, completely understand. Like life happens, and you gotta go do those things. But we definitely want to give everyone the opportunity to see all of the things that we have been working on, to hear about our philosophy towards certain things. I have like this whole presentation and stuff, and I'm wondering if I just forego that because of all the stuff that we just kind of went through, and just kind of dive into a lot of the changes. So I'll keep blabbering here for like another 5 minutes to hopefully get people from the other link to this link and working. So while I do that, I said this to myself because you guys couldn't hear me on the previous call. I love icebreakers. Love to do these little things that really just kind of get us kind of to break the ice, to relieve the tension, to let go of all the other stuff that we have to do today. So I would love for everyone to do something for me really quickly. If you wouldn't mind just dropping in the chat, what is the weather like where you are? Just give me the degrees and give me the location, okay? Give me the degrees, the location of where you all are calling from. We're in Orlando, where our HQ or one of our HQs are. And this morning when I went on a run, it was 37 degrees, which is absolutely insane for Orlando. I cannot stand it at all. I want the cold weather to go away. I live in Florida, so I don't have to deal with the cold. And so, you know, I'm just not happy. I think it's a little warmer now. Right now it's 58, but still, it's too cold. Oh, wow, you guys are colder than I am in certain cases. Why is it 57 in Kansas City and it's 58 in Orlando? That doesn't make sense, right, Brian? Like that just doesn't make sense. Pittsburgh, it's 22 degrees, which is crazy. I was just in Philadelphia on Monday, I think it was. I'd never seen snow a day in my life. Actual snow. I'd seen artificial snow in Canada before, but I got off the airplane and I looked down. I was like, what is that white stuff that's on the ground? Oh, it's snow. Like I thought that when snow hits the ground, it just like goes away if it's not actively snowing. So that was fun. That was fun. Yep, Brian's right. Iguanas are always falling down here. I think when it gets below like 55, I can't remember the threshold, but once it hits a certain temperature, it definitely starts to drop off. And those iguanas start dropping from the sky or the trees. Okay, cool. Stay away from yellow snow. I think I know what yellow snow is, but I appreciate it, the advice, Jack. Okay, I think I'll go ahead and get into it. Maybe I will do this presentation. I don't know. Like, roll with me, guys. We had a whole lot of stuff like prepped and ready. Let me actually go because I don't even know if those. Yeah. Shout out to our tech team that sets this up for us. Wes and our marketing department working really hard. So we appreciate you guys for doing that. So we'll go over stuff like high level. I'm not going to go into the level of detail that I was going to go in, and my screens are all over the place. So just let me get it together. Okay, here we go. It needs to be. All right. Okay, we're good. Okay, so let's talk about like some of this real stuff, right? And I want to be able to see the comment and the slides. So let me. All right. Um. All right. Let's jump in. Like, welcome. Hi, my name is Wayne Thompson. I am the VP of Product here at PhotoDay. If I've never met you before, it's great to meet you. I love the opportunity to meet as many of our users as possible. It is fantastic. At trade show season, I had an opportunity to just sit down with a lot of you all and just listen, learn about you, learn about your business, and so that we can figure out how we could be better here at PhotoDay to be able to support you. Okay. All right, and we here at PhotoDay, we are not like living under a rock. We understand the conversation that's happening right now. We want to be able to protect what matters most to you. We want to be able to protect the integrity of your images. We want to be able to protect the integrity of your business. We want to be able to make sure that you can say to your customers that you feel safe. What really matters is like your image. These are your images. Your images are your product, right? Your customers matter. Your revenue matters, right? Everything that we're showing today really revolves around those three things: images, customers, and revenue. We are here as a result of you all being able to make revenue. So we're going to talk about some things and then we're going to show some things. All right. Okay. So like, let's get into this industry. The industry has changed. Like screenshot culture. It's a real thing now. There are definitely different people who are doing various things that are unsavory. Our CEO sent out a fantastic letter earlier, I think it was last week, about bad actors, and that's what we're talking about. Things are happening where people are taking advantage of how your work, right? And so, like, they don't think twice about like what work goes into it. At the same time, expectations have risen. Like customers want different things and they expect relevance, and we want to make sure that we are doing the things that really matter most, that are going to have an impact on your business. Like for us at PhotoDay, especially here in product, our job is to really receive the inputs from a few different sources, whether it's the industry, what the industry as a whole is telling us, whether it's each individual one of you, our studios are telling us that you're going through. Our customer support team, we have a great relationship with. Our sales team, we have a great relationship with. Our executive team, our founding team, we have a great relationship with. And our job is to really like hear all that feedback and essentially cut through the noise. Like find out like what is actually the problem so that we can get you all the outcome that we want. All right. So our next feature release that's coming in a couple of days is not about just a simple feature release, right? We want to really go in and have everyone understand that we're going to align on a few things, right? It is a kind of a movement, if you will. 10.0, which is our next feature release. Now, one of the things that we have done, you can have subject data on every job type that you're working with, every single job type. Capture is now going to be available on all jobs available. So really just making your workflow a lot easier. Exporting is going to be easier. We're going to go into segmented marketing. We're going to like make sure that we're not reducing our workflows for some of you who've been creating private jobs for data and then deciding, hey, I want to go ahead and sell in a public job because that's what makes it easier for me. Our job is to be able to take those hard things and make them simpler, and that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to make things safer, right? So if we can put like these two things into two big categories, let's go into making things safer, and simpler, and safer. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to transition. I got other slides, but I'm going to transition into some of the other things that we are going to actually show you our releases going out. This is our staging environment. So for those of you who are here, you get a sneak peek, okay? Everyone else who decided like they had to go, they had an opportunity, okay? I'm just joking. We would love to show this to everyone, but obviously people have things to do. So let me go ahead and share my screen as soon as I figure out how to do that in webinar. Yep, okay. Up here, okay. Let's go up here. Okay. Okay, so one of the new things that we are going to showcase is registration, right? How many of you all, and I'll get this like 15 seconds later or so because of the delay, how many of you have trouble getting data from the organizations that you serve? Like you're out there, you're doing your thing, you're trying to figure out, well, I need to be able to market to parents because PhotoDay teaches me we got to get opt-ins, but it's very difficult to sometimes get opt-ins when you don't have a direct connection to the end customer. Who's had an issue with that in the past, either with your schools, with your sports, with dance, like just not being able to get that data? Well, what we've done here at PhotoDay is decided, like, hey, you know what? That's a real problem. Like, not being able to market, which is what we tell everyone to do, it is like really critical to the core of how we are working together, right? We are telling you, hey, we want you to take great pictures. If you take great pictures, we will help leverage and market that stuff. But it's tough when you're trying to market and there's no one to really market to, right? So let's find, like, we've created a feature that allows you to collect data directly from a parent. And it's as simple as sending out a job link, okay? We'll go into the machinations in a second, but first we're going to start. Inside of PhotoDay, you're going to create your registration templates, if you will, okay? These registration templates will live at kind of a hierarchy level outside of a job, and then you will be allowed to go into and make specific changes on the job. So this is just one template that we created, right? So we've created our template name. We're going to create some instructions. This is something that we've done that's new. Like, we're creating dynamic text, and maybe I should zoom in on this a bit in case it's too small. We've created dynamic text so that if you are sending this registration out for a student, an athlete, a dancer, or you just want to call them a subject, now the parent who is filling this out can really find themselves, because sometimes as we in the industry, we use the term subject. Sometimes parents don't use that term, right? Sometimes they don't understand what subject is, and we want to be more applicable to what they're talking about. We have subject data that's here. We can add additional input fields, and these input options are basically our subject data options. You are able to now be able to create subject data on no matter what job type. So gallery access type literally means gallery access type. It's no longer gallery access plus data management type. It's gallery access type. So if you have a public job, everyone can get access just for that one link. If it's a group job, you're going to need one specific access code. If you have a private job, that means that it have to have the individual codes per subject. And that's all it means. Now you can make a separate decision to say, how do I want to manage data on this job? Do I want to collect subject data? Do I want to be able to use Capture at PictureDay? Or do I not want to use it? You have the choice. If you decide that you want to use subject data on this particular job and you want to be able to collect data directly from a parent, you're going to go ahead and use the subject data fields that we have in here to map it to that relevant field. Now you can change this label, right? So let's just say for teacher, right? If we decided this label needed to be homeroom teacher instead of just teacher, because homeroom teacher is what they it is the terminology that they use. If now we already have a homeroom, so that one might not be as relevant, but the goal here is, like, you can change the input label to make it more relevant to your situation, right? Okay, we'll continue on. Here is like where the magic really lies in registration. And you can have that parent upload a face find image or a reference photo right at the time of registration. And why this is so powerful is because even after PictureDay happens and you've uploaded the gallery and you've published it and everyone gets that text and they go inside of the gallery, they still have to go through a step, which is finding the information. They're looking to find their subject's information or their subject's images. So whether they do face find, whether they do tags, or if you have an all photos option, you do that, they still have to go through that step. This one gets completely rid of that step. By uploading a photo at the time of registration, they're going to completely bypass that step when the image URL is ready and the gallery has been published. We know who they are because they put in the subject data. We know who their subject is. We're going to take them right to their photos. Our job is we're making things a lot easier for the parents and the family members that we support by making it easy for them to find their photos and making it easier for them to purchase their photos. Okay. All right. So after that, customer data is going to be down here. This data will automatically be pulled after they register. So the registration form will still require them to create a PhotoDay account, and we will automatically pull that information in, okay? So that form is gonna get saved, all right? Next thing that we're going to go look at, we're gonna go to the actual job, okay? So we're just gonna take this Treasure Island baseball job, and as you see down here, there's a setup pre-picture day registration new card that's available here, okay? In this registration, you're going to start with the template that we created, okay? This template that is right up here, that's the one that we created that's outside of the job list, but then once you add it to the job, you'll be able to add more specification here and personalization to the job. You can decide that registration will end after picture day, on gallery publish, or on a custom date. You can decide, hey, how do you want the information to display? Do you want it to be a drop down as far as on the registration page, or do you want it to be a text input? It's completely up to you. The easier that we make this for parents to be able to add their subject data, the better. So however you think it needs to work, that's how it'll work, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this URL, right? And I'm going to go ahead and click it up here so that we can go through that process. So this is what the registration page looks like. I'm already signed into my account. So as you can see, it pulls all this information in for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the name of an athlete. We're gonna go, all right. We're gonna just choose Coach A, and we're gonna team the Marlins, okay? Now we get the opportunity to upload a reference photo, and that reference photo, we're gonna grab it here. There, upload the reference photo. Boom, you can now see that. Now we're gonna go ahead and save that image. That's gonna be saved, that was their reference photo, and they don't need to do anything else. They have the opportunity to add another athlete if they have one, but if they don't, they just come in here, submit registration, okay? Boom, your registration has been saved successfully. They get this message and they can continue on to the gallery. Right now, the gallery is in the draft state, so it's just gonna let them know, hey, you know what, it's not working. I mean, your pictures aren't ready yet to come back later. So now what we're gonna do, now that registration is complete, we're gonna come over here, we're gonna look at insights. Down here on insights, we're gonna see, this is the contact first name, this is the email address, and the person just registered one particular subject, all right? Also up here, you'll see that we've added a way to be able to manage subjects. So you'll be able to come up here. Here is a reference photo. It's already run FaceTime, so it knows how many photos of this subject we have. And obviously there hasn't been anything done with capture yet, but we know how many images these have. This is last name, first name. Here's the coach. Here's the team. That's all done and ready to go. All right. So now that we have all that information, I'm going to go ahead and publish this gallery. Okay. Because I have registered my subject, I'm going to get that text message, and that link is going to come to me. And whether or not you use the link or not, we're just going to refresh this page. Okay. Now that it's done, let's go ahead and continue to gallery. All right, we're going to just go in a gallery here, and boom, I go straight to my subject's photos. Right, I don't need to go through any other step. I am now reviewing my subject. I can now go ahead and favorite and then jump into the storefront to be able to make my purchases. Again, making this super easy and very, very simple. Really, really powerful tool. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, the URL that you're going to use is not a separate URL. It is the same URL that you're going to use on the job, so that you can take this image, this URL, and be able to distribute it through the school, through your organization, how it needs to distribute, and you can just watch those people register to be able to be notified when their subjects' images are done. Amazing, amazing tool. And I know that we're going to get some questions on advanced pay and making that. Advanced pay can work with pre-registration. We just need to set the gallery to advanced pay status. They will be able to register on the form. Then if it's in advanced pay status, the button will say continue to advanced pay, where they can go ahead and fill in their advanced pay information. So we definitely are thinking ahead and making sure that everyone that we're making this feature as best as possible. We'll love any feedback that you guys want to share on it. We're really excited because we feel like we have made it even easier for you all to be successful in creating your jobs, collecting information, and then going to publish. So really just reducing the amount of time between you shooting your job and going on to start selling your job. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move into the next part of what we're going to be showcasing today, which is really, really exciting. So let me kind of go back here. We're going to come back to our settings. And actually, let me see if I can log out and log back in really quickly. Hold on, everyone. I just want to check one thing. I'm going to turn that off really quick as I come back in. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you all something, but you guys have to promise not to tell on us. We're gonna be making some changes in our marketing team and have a chance to make the changes before this call, but it's all good. All right. So this is our new section inside of our settings. Now, this isn't going to be called theft prevention. This is going to be called image protection. And so I'll talk a little bit about this. Anyone right now, we talked about like this kind of screenshot culture is here, right? And there are people who want to steal images. The truth of the matter is that there is no true way to completely prevent the theft, okay? Because people can use their phones, they can take a picture, screenshots or not. But what we want to do and what other platforms are trying to do is trying to create as many deterrents as possible. We want to make it difficult, as hard as possible, for a person to come into a gallery and look at your photos and take them without paying them. Okay, we're going and so this particular panel, it's going to be called image protection because we are going to do what it takes to protect your images. By default, the auto blur function is on. This is going to blur the screen when someone tries to take a screenshot on desktop. Okay, when a person goes into any type of hotkeys or any type of prompting that they could use to create a desktop, the screen is going to blur to try to prevent that. Okay. The other thing that we're going to do that nobody else is doing, we're calling this information overlay. All right. Again, this is another huge deterrent because within PhotoDay, people have to actually register to be able to go in and see their galleries. We are going to put their information front and center on their images so that they can see and understand that when you upload this to a AI tool or you're uploading this to a Facebook group, that you're going to be showing your personal information when doing so. Okay, so let me show you how that is going to work. So I'm going to turn both of these on for this gallery. This gallery is already published. We already went and saw that. So I'm just going to refresh this page. And if things work the way they're supposed to, like they do, because we have a fantastic engineering team. Well, first, I'll show you what the desktop version of this looks like. So when you go in to try to take a screenshot, you're going to get this pop up, right? This is going to, again, just a nice little cordial message to let us know that, wait, you put in this command, we're going to stop this from happening. If you want to see the photos, you can go ahead and see the photos, go back really easy. There's no problem. This is our desktop version. That was the one that we wanted to get out something sooner rather than later. We do have a mobile version that is coming out very, very soon. So just stay tuned on that. It is something that we're working on. We definitely heard the conversation and we want to lead this conversation. Anyone that's telling you that a software is going to completely prevent preventing screenshots is not telling you the truth. Because the truth is that the way that the technology works, the browser doesn't necessarily know what the system is doing. And we've got to make that connection to find out how often it happens, but that's a really hard problem. There are so many companies that are similar to us, platforms like us that showcase photos, and everyone's dealing with the problem. There isn't just going to be an overnight solution that solves it. However, we are working extremely hard at it. And here's another one of our efforts that we've done. When you turn these on your job, we are going to showcase the information of the person who is looking at this photo, right? You still have your standard watermark, and we are updating our watermark. You guys will see that, I believe, starting this weekend if you use PhotoDay's watermark. We'll update that watermark, and trust me, I think that we've heard a lot of people say, well, I've got this special watermark that I put this information in, and it is completely, AI can't do it. AI is 1,000 times smarter than us. It will take it some time, but it will learn and it will catch up. So what our job is to make it as difficult as possible. So we're adding multiple elements to be able to do this. So here we are. You can use your watermark and use this in conjunction. This is going to get a lot of people to say, you know what, I don't want to go ahead and post this in a Facebook group. This has my information on it. Right now, the login that I used for this particular one was my email. But in a lot of cases, as you all know, people are using their phone numbers. And their phone numbers will be on here along with their first and last name that they signed up with. So we're going to run into less and less people wanting to post this publicly. Some people still, they will do it, but a lot of people will not do it. And the only way we can do this is because we require people to sign in and do two-factor authentication before they even view the images. Just another way that we are committed to security here. Okay, and so these are our main two features that we have been working on with the kind of doing a summary of main three features. Subject data is available on every single type gallery access type now, so that you can decide how you want the gallery to be accessed, how you want the data to be managed. We have pre-picture day registration that allows you to send out the same link that you send out for your jobs, sending it out to your parents, sending it out to the organization so that parents can register their subjects ahead of time. And then our image protection with the updating of our watermark, the blur, auto blur feature, and then also the customer information that we're going to be able to place on the image itself as just another one of our efforts to be able to make things better for you at PhotoDay, to be able to not just make things safer and more secure, but also do things that really, really matter to you by helping leverage your business and helping you all grow in every single aspect. Okay. Again, sorry for all the technical difficulties, and this isn't the full presentation that we wanted to do, but hey, we made it work. And the truth is, this is the meat of what we wanted to show anyway. Our efforts to hearing the feedback and then responding accordingly. So I'm looking forward to even more features. We have some more stuff coming down the line that we will talk about very, very soon. In a few weeks, we'll have a lot more features to be able to discuss. I can't wait to come back on and share all the feedback that we have and all of the features that we have coming up. Cool. Well, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and wrap my time here. Thanks, everyone, for taking the time. Thanks for staying on a little bit extra. Thanks for giving us all the grace in the world. We appreciate you. You all are one of the best parts of PhotoDay. We really do just appreciate all the feedback, all the things that you guys are sharing with us. If you ever have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to the Bubble team, our customer support team, in the Facebook group, our product team directly, however you want to. We want to be able to hear you. We appreciate you. And everyone, go out and have an amazing rest of your week. Have an amazing Tuesday. Thank you.